I'm sure most of you are smart enough to know what kind of foods you should be avoiding. So I'm just going to explain to you guys this horrible drawing that I made on paint. So what tends to happen, every time your blood is exposed to any kind of glucose, your pancreas sends in all this insulin to push all that sugar or glucose back into your cells. Now, if you keep exposing your blood to things that have high sugar spikes, essentially, you will over time keep pumping out that insulin, keep using that key. And what happens to a key after you use it over and over and over again? It gets worn out, right? And that's exactly what happens in insulin resistance. The insulin that you were using before stops working over time, so your body needs to use more and more insulin. And over time, your cells just stop responding to that insulin completely, and you're left with a really high blood sugar level, okay? Of course, that tends to happen worse when you're doing a lot of a yo-yo effect with your diet, and that tends to happen when you're having lots of high glycemic index foods, that are foods that release more sugar, okay, or raise your blood sugar. Now, what food? We've talked about high GI and low GI. I've got a little diagram. I'm sure most of you are smart enough to know what kind of foods you should be avoiding. You probably can Google this yourself. If there's one thing I want you guys to take away, is that with diet, it's really difficult to sustain it if you keep taking things away. So if you take nothing away, I want you to say they're going to add something to your diet, and I want you all to add vegetables to your diet, because vegetables are a low glycemic index. Not many people know that, but vegetables are actually all carbs. They're just complex carbs. So you could take away your bread and everything else that's in the second pile, and you'll be fine living on just vegetables. I mean, how do animals do it, right? So add vegetables. They're low glycemic index, so they have more of a flattened effect in terms of your blood sugar. They're nutrient dense. They're full of vitamins and minerals, which actually strengthen your immune system and help you fight that inflammation in your body. They are high fiber, so that's actually really good for your gut health. I know one of the speakers are going to talk about your gut health later. And they're hydrating. They actually contain so much fluid in them, and we all know water is really good for your skin. I don't need to educate anyone on that.